Hello, folks. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Plucking Petals podcast with James and Kyle. As always, I am Kyle.
And I'm James.
As we go a little something like, little something like this.
It's all about the good, bad, love, hate.
How are you doing, good sir?
I am doing excellent. I just played some Monster Hunter. It's
Okay.
about 10 in the morning here on Sunday.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
enjoying my lazy Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Got some ribs going.
Okay.
Or we'll have some ribs going. They're sitting in dry rub right now.
Ooh, what's the rub? What's the spice? What are you working with?
So I just did another Babish recipe for this one.
Okay.
The actor whose name I don't know, who played Freddy from House of Cards and was also an aide in The Wire, passed away, and I know this is horrible. I'm like, oh man, I should make some ribs.
There you go.
So,
hey, what better way to honor someone with food? I hope, James, when I die, and I will die before you, that you make a food in my honor. I don't know what that food would be. It'd probably be like a smash burger or something.
I made burgers last night too.
You made burgers last night? How did you do that?
So I went to KK Portage.
Good.
That's
Shout
where I
outs.
got the spare ribs.
Yeah.
And I went up and I just said, can I get some, a couple pounds of chuck steak, chuck roast? The lady behind the counter had no idea what I meant. So she went and got the owners, like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I just want to grind it and make burgers.
Yeah.
So got the chuck roast, cut it in about inch cubes, put them in the freezer with my food processor blade for about 15 minutes.
Nice.
Pulled them out, hit the food processor till it was ground, put them into patties. Cooked them on an iron skillet with some vegetable oil. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Turned out real good for really not that much more effort than just buying ground beef. But
Do
it's
you
noticeably
like
better.
doing that process or?
I think it's noticeably better.
Okay, interesting. I'm gonna have to. I have like a small food processor. It would probably take me like quadruple the time of a normal. I have like a smaller Cuisinart one that I like, but I only use it for onions. You don't
need to get nearly as much as I got. I still have a full mixing bowl of ground chuck in my.
Nice.
I'm gonna make tacos tomorrow.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You're loaded up in food.
I load up with meat.
Hell yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm doing. I think I'm gonna do some wings tonight. I'm not sure what kind of wings, but I've been baking my wings because I'm trying to trim the fat on my body a little bit, so why not cut some things out but still try to enjoy myself at the same time.
Don't cut wings out.
I know I can't. Well, that's the thing. I can't cut one of my favorite foods out of my diet, so I'll just not deep fry them and instead bake them, and they work out pretty well. So nice. I've been using your the sauce you got me for my birthday or Christmas. I can't even remember.
It was your birthday because Christmas was the knife.
Guess what? It still holds, and it's still pretty good. I must admit.
It's hard to mess up a barbecue sauce. I got one going on the stove right now. I hope I don't burn our place down because
that's okay. I mean, you asked your lovely girlfriend to watch and make sure that nothing burns. So I will say that'd be a great podcast ending.
Hang on, my place is on fire.
Oh, hang on. Hey guys, we have to cut this short because we could potentially die. So, have you ever been in a fire before?
I have not.
Okay,
I've been lucky in that respect.
Yes, neither have I. I've had to do fire drills and on a bus and in a school, but that's about it. So what's going on? What's new with you?
Oh man, I'm just like I said, playing that Monster Hunter, and
are you still enjoying it?
And actually, at your girlfriend's recommendation, my new when I get home from work, and then a lot of what I did yesterday was I was listening to My Favorite Murder while I was hunting monsters.
Are you still enjoying that? Sounds like you are.
Am. It's pretty good. It's not my favorite podcast, and I just listened to their Halloween special, and it was like too supernatural-y.
Okay.
Like I like the podcast because of the true crime aspect.
Yeah.
I can't believe this shit is really happening.
Yeah.
And then I listened to their Halloween episode, and it was about ghosts and ghouls and.
See, I don't like when they talk about that kind of stuff. I do like their murder, and I like them as people, so they can kind of tell me what's going on, and I'm totally okay with that.
They have a good delivery of these like horrible life experiences that people had to go through.
I'm also listening to this podcast called Heaven's Gate right now because I like cults. I think cults are more interesting than serial killers for me. But when I'm listening to it, it is way serious, and it's like I can listen to like an episode maybe a day because it's just too serious, and I'm like I need something to cut the murder aspect of and death aspect of podcasting. So that's why I like My Favorite Murder. And my girlfriend and I are also listening to Last Podcast on the Left, and they're doing a Jonestown special. It's like a 5-part, like 1.5 to 2 hour episodes about Jonestown. So
All right.
I recommend that. But you like Monster Hunter then?
Oh, it's amazing.
Okay.
Well, it's like a game I had a hard time. Well, I didn't even, like. The more I played it, the more I liked it. It's overly Japanese, so it's unintuitive. Like, it's a lot of menus, a lot of like crafting shit.
And you said you can't skip a cutscene, right?
No, you can't skip cutscenes.
Oh,
but
boy.
I've like beaten it now, so it really is just go kill monsters.
Yeah.
And I found the weapon I like, so even though you're supposed to be like, all right, you're fighting the ice enemy, use the fire thing, and you're fighting the whatever.
It's like a Pokemon thing.
Right, but I made a giant fire spear that shoots bugs, and it's my favorite, and it's like, go kill the fire monster. You should probably... Nope, I'm just going in the fire spear, and I'm hitting it for a long
these
time.
bugs.
Yeah.
So many bugs.
Well, it's really only one bug.
Oh, you're shooting one
back.
bug?
Yeah.
Is it big?
Yeah, it's about the size of the dude's arm.
Oh, okay. And how big are you?
I think it's human sized. Okay. There's cat people and they seem cat sized, but I don't really know what the scale
Yeah,
is.
I've seen a little. I have a couple friends that stream it, and I try to watch and try to comprehend the cats aspect of that.
Yeah, you
and
get
I'm
a little
not.
palico, they're called.
Yeah,
it's fun.
They're one, adorable, and
They are.
two, I'm like, what? Why is this? I'm like, oh wait, this is a Japanese game. There needs to be a cat in everything.
It serves the purpose of there's only one or two of you.
Okay.
There's another target for the monster or monsters to attack. It attacks
Oh,
the little
okay.
cat.
So you're using it as bait.
Yeah,
it's not your friend.
It
It's
also
just bait.
attacks and then throws heals at me when I'm dying.
Oh, okay.
But
you can get different kinds of cats, right?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I
don't know.
You design it when you design your character. It's like, now design your cat. So I made mine like purple because that was fun.
Gotcha.
So I have a purple cat named Dokubi.
Okay. What does Dokubi stand for? What is
I got it.
Dokubi?
It's a character in Rainbow Six Siege, but it is.
Oh, I'm like, why does that sound familiar?
She's named after it's like a Korean goblin, so I guess they like cause mischief. It's like Dokubi or things that like if that camera was possessed, that's on my nightstand that I pointed to that we can't see because this is an auditory medium.
Yeah.
But like it moved around or fell down, like they cause mischief.
Okay, gotcha. They're not like burning houses down. They're just like,
No,
they're inconvenient goblins.
They're little tricksters.
I like that. I can dig it. That sounds like a
good
fun
name
game
for a cat. What I know about cats is they just like to knock shit over.
That is true. I will attest to that. Cats like knocking stuff over, and they like being annoying sometimes, and they like sitting on you and just causing inconvenience.
Yeah.
So I Ashley got Crunchyroll.
Okay.
A subscription of Crunchyroll, and we started watching Pop Team Epic, and it's quite good. I recommend it.
She recommended that to me a few times. I have not watched it yet, but I did remember the name this time.
I recommend it. I will say that it is, one, not for everyone, and two, how I would describe it is if Robot Chicken had less of a story.
The art style is hideous.
It's
not
so
good
it is.
looking.
They have.
It's like these two horrible lolly schoolgirls. And they're just holding up giant middle fingers.
It's
like,
so
not in
insane,
proportion to
and
their
that's
body.
it. Have you seen anything online about it?
I mean, I've seen someone did a rundown of the 2018 winter anime season.
Yeah.
And just mentioned it briefly, and I saw it moving around. It just looks goofy.
It looks goofy, and then they do like other art styles with it, and they have this whole segment in their own TV show called Bob Team Epic, and
nice.
it is so disgusting in a sense that like the drawing, they just look like gross beings, and I hate it. It's so gross, but I recommend that. And we started watching One Punch Man.
I love that show.
So I'm still not. It's not I'm not registering it yet. I don't think I get it.
I don't know what's to get. It's
I mean,
just the like.
I don't think it's as funny as I think my girlfriend and Jason think it is.
I don't know. I mean, it has its funny moments, but I just think it's very interesting. It's done by Studio Madhouse, which is an excellent anime studio. Their animation is stellar.
It looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, we've only got 2 episodes in, so I'm kind of waiting for that 3rd or 4th to really hit it. I enjoy it. I just don't think it's like I'm not
I
like
like it
super
a
psyched
lot,
about it. Okay,
but,
I know you do, and I'm gonna take that.
There is the guy who made it made one other thing. It's called Mob Psycho 100. It's also on Crunchyroll.
Okay,
and I think it's quite a bit better. And I know
Okay.
most people don't feel that way, but One Punch Man's premise is this guy trained so hard he basically became God,
yeah,
but he's like completely unremarkable otherwise. So
Yeah.
he just like every fight he's in, he's just bored.
Mm-hmm.
Like he used to, when he was training, like loved the high intensity rush of like, you know, putting
yeah,
your
of
life
like
on
fighting
your
and
line,
like
but
getting his ass kicked
Yeah.
a little bit.
but he's just like drawn so innocuously. He's like this horrible bald man, and like
Yes,
it's just very well. Everyone who's listening either knows what One Punch Man is or doesn't. So I don't.
that's fine.
But then Mob Psycho is about a kid who has incredible psychic powers, but it has a much better message where it's like, well, he doesn't give a shit about his psychic powers. He like, it doesn't help him get the girl he has a crush on. It doesn't help him pass his math test.
Yeah.
So it's just about him like trying to better himself.
Okay.
Even though he has like these incredible powers, and I just like it. It's a good show.
I'll check that one out too. She's really she's been really on this anime kick lately. So
I
I'm
was
trying.
for a while, and I haven't in a. Everything in the current seasons I've been watching has been terrible, so I just kinda
Gotcha.
gave up on it.
Well, then try Pop Team Epic, and
Yeah.
then you'll be like, "What?" The whole time. And there, I also like it because it's only 12-minute episodes.
Yeah.
and that's how exactly long it needs to be. But if it's on, so it's on Crunchyroll, and actually every episode is technically on there for 23 minutes because they do the same episode again, but they have male voice actors this time instead of the female ones. And I mean, I think the male ones are funnier.
Do you watch them both, or do you just pick one? Or how are you guys doing that?
We usually pick one,
Yeah.
and I mean, normally we just get so lazy that you just let the first one happen.
Yeah.
But like online, they'll do clips and they'll cut them both together, and it's so funny. And it's just like I like that they did something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna keep giving One Punch Man a try.
Mm-hmm.
I just find that the joke, I'm like, I get it. Like he's bored, and I'm like, I feel like I want something more now.
I don't feel like that's the joke, though. I felt like they're telling that story straight.
Okay.
They're like, you know, this guy is in this situation. It's never really been explored before.
Okay.
And it don't look at it as like, it's a big parody. It's a big joke. It's like, this is the story they're telling. That's
Okay.
the premise.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah.
Man, I need to look at this in a different light
Yeah.
then. That's fine. I still haven't finished Devilman Crybaby either. We kind of just fell off of that one.
Yeah, I mean, if you
so.
weren't liking it, it just is more of the same up till the end. so.
I mean, it's fine. I feel like there's only like 2 more episodes. I feel like finishing it
well
would
get
probably
there.
be a nice
Yeah.
thing to do. But we did watch this movie yesterday called I, Tanya that I liked. It's about Tanya Harding. Do you know who that is?
I do know who Tanya Harding
Okay,
is.
gotcha.
I don't know the specifics with her scandal, though.
So basically what happened was her boyfriend paid some people to essentially in the movie they said that he paid money for them to send death threats to her competitor Nancy Kerrigan, but they fucked it up because they're all dumb, and they ended up going there and then like busting her knee with like one of those police batons.
Yeah.
And so it's like a big scandal in that, and it's kind of it's got Margot Robbie from Suicide
I know,
Squad
yeah.
and
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. She's quite good at it, and it's just it's her life story of being like a poor redneck hillbilly and trying her best to do this and having it all go to shit because her boyfriend's dumb. So I don't know. I liked it. I think it's up for some awards, and it was pretty good. It was a good movie. So that's been Movie Corner and Anime Corner. James, let's talk about your like for this week. Good
Cool.
sir.
I'm going to just kind of go back to what we've been talking about and do Lazy Sundays. Because
Okay.
I have that research from a month ago that didn't get recorded that I would like to talk about now.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So,
it is recording. I just double check because
All
I'm
right.
like that feeling in my stomach again. So
yeah, so this is when I did leisure time, so I'm just kind of doing it again in the guise of Lazy Sundays because I got some barbecue sauce cooking, got my
Yeah.
smoker heating up, so when we're done, I'm
you're
gonna
playing
throw my
video
ribs in.
games. Yeah.
So just to kind of show what it took to get here,
Mm-hmm.
about 6 million years ago, our ancestors separated from the ancestors, so that's the last time there was one organism that, like, one offspring went on to be chimpanzees and bonobos. They're
Yeah.
equally related. And then one went on to be us.
Cool.
So
I like it.
About 2.8 million years ago, the first member of the genus Homo appeared. You know, like we're Homo sapiens. So there, in that course of time, after we split, there's been 6 total human species on record.
Okay.
And the longest living one was called Homo erectus. They lasted for about 2 million years.
Good.
And
Good for them.
And relatively, we're kind of a baby. We're only about 200,000 years old.
Okay.
As far as they can tell.
Okay.
Yeah. So, actually, as recently as 10,000 years ago, you could have found another living, like, member of the genus Homo that wasn't the species Sapiens, but
Okay.
long gone now.
Oh. What happened?
They're not sure. Either we violently killed them out, or they were closely related enough we just kind of, like, outbred them and then incorporated what was left.
I'm thinking it might be the outbreeding.
Yeah, who knows? But so it all started about 800,000 years ago when the first one of us learned how to control fire. And this made food more nutritious, which meant you're getting more energy out of it, which meant the brain could grow and become more powerful. And this gave us the ability to like start using tools. And then the biggest one was language. Like I've been watching Planet Earth 2. Yeah. You can kind of see animals.
Is that any good?
It is. It's okay. There's no like predator wins though. It's like they show so many like lions and snow leopards and shit chasing shit, but they never get a kill. The prey always wins.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've never seen the show, so I don't know. I'm assuming it's just about Earth.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But they're showing how like cantaloupes.
They're just showing caribou. They're just showing cantaloupes.
So the cantaloupe is the biggest migrating.
It just rolls. It has to get wind. It's perfect.
Like, they work together, but you can only do so much because with grunting and smells. But like, we developed language that made our ability to like collaborate just shoot up.
Would you say we had stop, collaborate, and listen? Which came first?
Probably about 70,000 years ago is when the brain reached the point where it is now.
Okay.
So let's say 100,000 years ago, you went and grabbed a kid and put him in our schools. He probably would not get it.
He'd probably like fight people.
Well, I mean, the kids still do that.
He probably. Well, I mean, I feel like he would just like not know what to do and just get angry and just like fight whoever was around, maybe for dominance.
I was thinking more like he'd be special needs, like he just wouldn't understand the
material. Oh, okay,
like,
gotcha.
But then probably about 70,000 years, and then after that, you could grab that kid, even though he's like kind of our ancestor, and throw him in school, and you wouldn't tell the difference. Like the brain is where it is.
Gotcha.
It's just the education that's.
How do we know when the brain is developing like that?
It's the bet. Like you can kind of like keep looking at skulls and stuff of like ancestors you find and see like, well, would our brain fit in there? And then you also like based on like what kind of tools and stuff are you finding? That's why it's like it's a guess.
So we have to. So to get to our next stage, we just have to have bigger skulls to fit bigger brains. Then, right?
I don't know.
Because I think our brains. I think our skulls are pretty packed tight with the brain, right?
As far as I know, I'm just not assuming. A brain doctor.
Yeah, neither am I. That's yeah.
Yeah. So also with languages, we could expand on knowledge and pass it down. So it wasn't up to like every other species. You basically have to learn everything again from scratch. We were just like, hey, I learned all this. I'm going to tell you this in a very short amount of time, and you can build off of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like The Giver.
Yeah. So, you know how there's the question, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
So that never used to be a thing. About 50,000 years ago, the average human was like way more badass than us. They were all in great shape. They could make complex weapons, and they knew like their landscape like the back of their hand where they lived.
Yeah.
Because everyone had to like hunt and gather and do everything. But, eventually they started to, like, domesticate wheat and animals and stuff. So they started making colonies, which turned into villages, which turned into cities, which turned into empires. And you started to get, like, specializations. Now we have people that are butchers and cobblers. And so you don't have to learn how to do everything. You can just get really good at one thing and then share your trade around so everyone has nicer things.
My question is, when's the last time you made a complex weapon, James? And what constitutes a complex weapon? Is it just two blades
I made
instead of one?
The insect glaive vice in Monster Hunter World yesterday.
Okay.
It's rarity 8. It helps me kill them monsters.
That makes sense to me. Not at the least bit, but that's fine.
And then 500 years ago, science started to explode, and that's kind of like what is the foundation for, basically us talking into these rocks filled with electricity that
just move around super quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's kind of crazy to think about that, like, your great times 17, so saying great 17, like, grandparents lived in, like, a completely different world than we do.
That's nuts.
That's everything that a quick in a nutshell version of everything that came to be to make it so I'm spending my Saturday playing video games and making ribs.
And I don't find that to be an issue.
No.
I like that.
Gotta appreciate what you have and what it really took for us to get here.
You have to enjoy yourself because Monday rolls around and then you're back on the
Back on
the
that
grind.
But
Back
that
on the
8-hour
grind.
grind with laws and stuff, it's not, oh, Ben, I better, like, chase this down and get it, or I'm
Yeah.
not going to eat. Oh, no, I broke my leg. Well, that's fatal because...
Yeah, it's like at that point, they probably didn't have medicine back then and whatnot. So if you get injured,
Yeah.
like
infection, like you get a single bacteria. We think of antibiotics as just something you go get, but they're like an actual miracle.
yeah,
It's like, oh, I have a bacterial infection. Well, bye.
yeah, they literally like I'm sure they just leave you, but they all pack up their stuff and just leave you behind or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know what they do with. All I know is in the movie 300, they would throw the babies off the cliff. That's all I remember. So I'm sure it's something similar to that because movies do not lie.
No, they don't.
I know that for sure. I find leisure time to be exciting, and I thank my 17 generations of grandparents.
Oh, even all the way back. It's crazy to think about that there's a line, every single one of us, back to, like, the first living thing ever.
Yeah.
So, like, for 4 billion years, every single thing had to live and have offspring for us to be sitting here right now. Like,
That's insane.
Yeah.
Think of just the probability aspect of that. You're
It's
rolling dice to get a child,
pretty
rolling
goddamn
dice, rolling
small,
dice,
yeah.
rolling dice, rolling dice. And on top of that, putting in the other factors of like people meeting and like the right timing and now we're here talking in a podcast format
voice.
and just having a wonderful time. You want to talk about millennial stuff?
Yeah, fuck millennials.
Yeah, let's talk about wealthy millennials aren't investing their money. Isn't that a real kick in the pants?
Well, the stock market just took its biggest raw number drop in history.
Yes, it did.
Recently.
Yes.
Percentage-wise, it was about 4%, and I think there was closer to like 20 in 1987. But raw number-wise, it is the biggest.
It is. That was a huge drop. I think it's coming back now. I don't really know how it all works.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, it's just because it's been growing percentage-wise. Like I said, it was only 4, which is still big, but it
Yeah.
already bounced back like more than 2 of it. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
it was a bad couple days. So
As far as I know.
yeah, as far as I understand, according to Yahoo Finance.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so rich millennials, aren't investing their money. Millennials with money in the bank are big on saving, but they're not so eager to invest. Are we taking guesses as to why that is?
Is there a chance it was because, I don't know, let's say 10 years ago, we saw everyone who had their money in those things get horribly ruined? And
Yeah.
maybe we're not willing
That's
to...
basically about it. We're
Yeah.
learning from the mistakes of our parents. They're counting on these savings accounts as cornerstone for their financial futures. When asked what they can rely on most in 20 years, millennials' top choice is their savings account. The majority of Gen Xers, by contrast, said they count most on their 401ks, and boomers rely most on their pensions and Social Security.
Boomer.
Thank you. Yeah, boomer. I don't understand is like why this seems to be such a, it's like, I think we did an article a while ago where it's like millennials aren't going to the casino. It's like, well, I don't want to lose my money, so I'm not going to go to the casino.
I wonder if part of that is the better education of millennials. They're like, oh, we took stats classes. So...
Yeah, like I took economics one time, and I got to tell you, you guys are all fucking up. And
you are just paying money to play this game that really isn't that fun, and people lose a lot of money playing that game.
They do say that the millennials who do invest tend to channel their money into big tech stocks. According to TD Ameritrade, the most popular millennial investments are Apple, Facebook, Amazon, Tesla, and Netflix.
Dude, I heard Facebook was losing
Facebook took a huge
a lot
drop.
of attention, not only just financially, but it was, God, I don't remember the stat, but it was something like 5 million less hours were spent on Facebook last year than the year before. So like people are spending less and less time on it, and less people are using it.
It's just, I mean, that makes sense. Everything's got, MySpace was like that at one point, and just, it's got to die into something else. So
I don't know if it's being replaced by Twitter or people are just like, wow, this is dumb. Maybe I should spend my time doing something else.
Yeah, I feel like it's just overgrown with older people, and when that happens, everything becomes uncool.
A part of it could be the like political divide right now.
This
where
is
everything
true.
is just like horrible screaming.
Yeah, on top of like all the Russia stuff, buying a bunch of advertisements and all that fun stuff that really screwed up everything.
All my ads are for alcohol and fly fishing stuff.
Are they really?
I guess they know me.
That's rad. Millennials' do-it-yourself, self-sufficient attitude might come at a cost, while socking away a substantial chunk of your paycheck is more financially prudent than spending it all. Interest rates on savings accounts have been near zero since the global financial crisis. The irony is that many boomers and Gen Xers think of millennials as irresponsible. But millennials' financial habits suggest they may be one of the more financially conservative group of all.
Yep.
I just remember, like, it's like that old world thinking of, like, you have to pinch all these pennies here and there. It's like, but you're only pinching pennies. You're really not, I feel like that's really not saving as much at the end of the day.
The stock market is a form of gambling. You don't
It
really
is.
know what's going to happen.
Oh, it's definitely a form of gambling. So I have a couple of stocks, and it is I know going in it is a gamble, and I'm just trying to better my financial situation with it a little bit. And if it comes out on top, that's great. If not,
Oh well.
it happens. That's part of the gambling. I feel like I feel like I could be better at the stocks than going to the casino. Maybe, but I don't know. That could be an entire risk in its own right. I don't know what's going on with it. So, all right. So my for this week is glasses.
Really?
Yes, it is glasses. I wear them. Many people wear them. Are you aware that people wear glasses?
I see them on your face.
You see them on my face.
There's a pair that's around this apartment sometimes.
Yes. Are they for you or are they for Elise?
They are not for me.
Boom. They're for Elise, as Elise is showing off her new specs. So I recently had my glasses break, and I must say it was a very scary time. I hate when that happens, and it's never like I did something cool, like I saved like a child, or like I got in a fight over someone's honor. I was sitting in a car.
That's not cool.
And I looked down, and all of a sudden the left side of my glasses were in my hands. This is the second time this has happened with this.
That's kind of cool, those ninja reflexes. You're like, I caught my
I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, boom.
Realizing it.
I just know it. I could feel it because there's like a weight off of the side of my head that's gone. This is the second time that's happened with the company of glasses that I have. I keep going back to them because it's free.
Because it's my own fault.
It's my own fault. It really is. And like, it'd be different if they made me pay for it, but they don't. And I'm like, cool. This happened, the last time it happened, it was the night before my cousin's wedding in Columbus. And I was sitting there playing video games. And once again, look, I just caught the stems of my glasses.
Just breaking on your face.
I mean,
that's insane to me.
Right? Okay, so
I feel like Google Glass, the cardboard thing you stick your phone in, is like more durable than that.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Because I was talking to the eyeglass people that I deal with and whatnot, and they told me that they have had problems with this company before. But they said also people really like this company too, and they also discontinued this pair of glasses. So I wonder why that is. So I'm basically stuck with these glasses until I get a new pair, and I'm just going to ride it out until I don't care anymore. But I had to go back to an old pair of glasses, and I realized that in 3 years, because I hadn't gotten glasses in a while, that like how significantly my prescription changes and how less I could see for over a week. And I got to say, it makes me really like the fact that I can see.
So why glasses though? Like, why isn't your like lasers that they shoot into your eyes so you don't need to wear glasses?
Well, I mean, it's a style thing. I like my glasses. I also don't like lasers in my eyes. I know that
lasers in your eyes are once, maybe twice, and
this is
glasses
true.
Are forever.
But well, here's the thing: with the lasers, I still will have to wear glasses later in life. I'd have to. It's like prolonging the inevitable. And at a certain point, I think you can't get laser eye surgery again. So it's something that I would consider definitely.
Yeah.
I find it interesting. And now, like when it first started, like it was scary. But now it's like everyone, you can get it.
That's also so arrogant from the point of view of me, like because I don't have to wear glasses.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just get lasers in your eyes.
Just but like nowadays with those laser eye surgery places, like you can get it done in an hour, then go back to work the next day. Like it's really, they're really simple and they're very safe. But also, I like my glasses. I don't like some of the aspects of my glasses, having to take them off in certain situations. Waking up not seeing things is like,
I don't
is hard
I
sometimes.
I don't like. I have to wear safety glasses at work, which I know is not the same thing. But I have like a fucking pimple where they like rub just because of them rubbing there.
You gotta add
Yeah.
something. So when I worked at the factory, I had to wear glasses on top of safety glasses. Let me tell you, my head was heavy.
Yeah.
Because it's just like I need to be safe, otherwise they won't let me have this job. But also this looks awful.
One
But
of my
yeah.
coworkers has like prescription safety glasses.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have ones at a certain point when I was hired technically into the company. They just got you like side shields. Can you do those at all?
I have no idea. what the rules are.
They're super great and they're like $1. And
I haven't
you-
looked into it because, like I said, I don't have to wear glasses.
They're just like little cool little safety plastic things you put on the stems of your glasses, and technically they're safe. And they just protect the side eye. I don't know. I wish they would try harder. But yeah, no, I like my glasses. I like being able to see. So I was looking up some glasses stuff. I did research.
So Kyle, how do glasses work?
I didn't. Well, hold on. Let me reiterate. I did not research how glasses work. I researched the history of glasses.
Okay then.
So it says, although the exact date is in dispute, it is generally agreed upon that the first pair of corrective eyeglasses were invented in Italy, sometime between 1268 and 1300. These were basically two reading stones, magnifying glasses connected with a hinge balanced on the bridge of your nose. So it's like they didn't even have like the stems to go back to your ear back then. It was a balancing act all day. People who have glasses have it hard, James. I'm here to tell you all about it. So they talk about how when they first started making them, they were basically sunglasses. They started with sunglasses first, and then they moved into eyeglasses, which were basically
The way you phrase that makes it seem like they started by like, let's put the glasses on the sun. Oh,
Yeah.
no, wait, that's kind of hard. Let's put them on our eyes.
Yeah,
instead.
we're not gonna block that. So they say that prehistoric Inuits wore flattened walrus ivory in front of their faces to block the sun's rays. In ancient Rome, the Emperor Nero would hold a polished emerald in front of his eyes to reduce the sun's glare while he watched the gladiators fight. So just like they never show that
God,
in movies, just
yeah.
like dumb emeralds. Like I need to be a little more intuitive. This is probably my favorite. His tutor, Seneca, bragged that he read all the books in Rome through a large glass bowl filled with water. That's how we used to do things back in the day when you couldn't see, man. And they also, so like every area had their own like technique, basically. The Chinese judges of the 12th century wore a type of sunglasses made from smoky quartz crystals held in front of their faces so their expressions could not be discerned by witnesses they interrogated. Let's see here. So after that, so we made the sunglasses and whatnot. Everything's working out pretty well. The next big innovation in eyeglasses came with the invention of the bifocal. Although most sources routinely credit the invention of bifocals to Benjamin Franklin in the mid-1780s, an article on the website of the College of Optometrists interrogates this claim by examining all the evidence available. It is tentatively concluded that it is more likely that the bifocals were invented in England in 1760s, and Franklin saw them there in order to prepare for himself. So that asshole, he's taking credit.
Maybe he might not even be taking credit. Does he claim he made them, or is that just something we said?
I think that's something we said.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, so then after that, in 1825, that recent, this is the next important eyeglass thing, he created the concave cylindrical lenses that corrected his nearsighted astigmatism. Trifocals quickly followed in 1827. So now we're just getting like really into concave and convex lifestyle choices. Other developments occurred in the late 18th or 19th centuries were the monocle, which I'm sorry, the monocle aspect of things, that just seems so dumb.
But you could never seem as outraged as a person whose monocle falls off into their glass, like their fluted glass.
Oh God.
Well, I never.
And then and then the rest of it is just talking about how eyeglasses actually became popular because of movies. So like Charlie Chaplin and just other people wearing glasses into things made people more apt to want to wear them. It's kind of like blue jeans. Like those are all working class kind of things until we see other more famous people wearing them. And now we all wear blue jeans. You're wearing blue jeans. I'm wearing blue jeans.
Yeah, I had
probably
pajama
because some
pants on.
famous celebrity guy was like, "Hey, I'm gonna wear these blue jeans. They're pretty comfortable." James Dean, maybe. I don't know. You said you were wearing.
I wore pajama pants, but then when you got here, I switched.
Oh, why
Just-
did you switch? This is your home.
But it also like it's
I
hard
wear
to-
sweats. I don't give a shit.
That's fine. It's hard to. I feel like it helps me concentrate. It feels more like I'm
when you
in-
wear pants.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then when I go back to the pajama pants, it's just like,
Do you think? Okay, so it's like, do you feel like your pants give you energy?
no, I just feel like it's like a mental state change a little bit.
Interesting.
And it might even just be like that I have a belt on now, and it just
Okay.
feels like, all right, I'm in do stuff mode.
It's kind of like that dress for the job you want kind of scenario, right? Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
Well, I'm not sitting here in James T. Kirk's uniform, so I'm not doing that.
Oh, I see. I see what you did. That makes sense. So yeah, I like eyeglasses. I think everyone should try them. People who wear fake eyeglasses, that's fine, I guess. I don't care. I never want to be one of those people who's like, well, you can't wear that. It's a fashion thing.
Smudges. I mean, maybe it's not as big of a problem on real glasses as safety glasses, but I feel like it's like now I have to look at a thumbprint and like, oh, I'm doing.
Do you have
stuff.
cloth or
I use
anything?
my shirt. Like,
Use your
that's all
shirt.
I have.
I have in that bag. I have an extra cloth if you want it.
Maybe.
Okay, try it. It's good. I recommend it. I have cloths for these glasses.
Oh, yeah.
I will say that one of the most annoying things with glasses when everyone asks to try them on. I don't know why this ever became a thing, because it basically just shows. I mean, you can't see from here, but my glasses are very thick. My lenses are very thick. I have very poor eyesight. Basically, taking off my glasses, your face looks like an owl's face.
Okay.
That's how bad this gets for me. But having someone take off my glasses and then try to put them on, not super fun. I don't recommend that. If you're a good person, don't ask someone to put on their eyewear. It's annoying and it's gross because you got all your oils on you, and it's just like don't
oils.
do that. Not my oils. James, do you want to talk about what you recommend this week?
I don't know if I have any recommendations.
You don't have any recommendations? Not even ribs? Not even recommend?
I can
not even recommend your
ribs.
ribs?
Well, let's see how they turn out first.
Okay. Are you doing a full rack or a half rack?
Full slab.
Full slab of them ribs. How long do you have to smoke them for?
It'll be 4 to 6. It's kind of cold outside, so
Okay.
I'll just check them.
Does that impede how long they cook, or?
So it might, because I'm going to be putting the barbecue sauce on periodically. So
Yeah.
when I open the door, it's going to lose more temperature.
Okay.
And more time to get back up.
Do you think that'll screw with the meat itself?
I don't
or?
know. We will find out.
I'm excited to hear about your fall off the bone rib lifestyle that you're dealing with. So yes, you recommend ribs. For me, I don't know. Go see I, Tonya if you can find it somewhere. And then I have a show on the 18th opening for Turquoise Jeep at Grog Shop. That is a Sunday show. Highly recommend it. And then I think that's it. I got nothing going on. I'm going to go to Texas after that. So,
Oh, yeah, Texas.
getting that Texas barbecue. That's all I care about. But also I'm recording an album, so I guess that's important too. Once again, this has been the Plucking Petals podcast with James and Kyle. As always, I am Kyle.
And I seem to not have burned my place down, so yay.
Yay, we did it. Have a good one.